everybody, Mr. Malloy here. I'm really excited for this video because it's open house. Before I continue with this opening monologue, I'd like to invite a certain someone into the virtual house. I think you know who I'm talking about. Spoony Malloy.
Hello.
Hey, Spoony, are you ready for open house?
I guess so, Mr. Malloy, but I gotta be honest, I'm confused. Why is it called open house if the school is closed?
Fair question, Spoony. It is a bit confusing, but the Zoom room we're in is open, right?
Seems like a bit of a stretch, Mr. Malloy, but I guess we don't have much of a choice, do we? I remember hearing about all the amazing work your students have done recently. Even though the school isn't open, can we still check out that wonderful work? Please?
Of course, Spoony.
Hooray! What's the first piece of work we will be looking at, Mr. Malloy?
The first piece of work we will be looking at is connected to our social studies unit about community helpers.
Ooh, I love community helpers. They're all so helpful.
Agreed, Spoony. The kids wrote about what it would be like to be one of the community helpers that we learned about.
Yes, we learned about the places they work, tools they use, and why they're helpful to our community.
Kids, please find your If I Were a Community Helper book and read it to grown-ups and family members in your home.
You'll have about 4 minutes to read and look at the drawings in your book. Enjoy, and if you finish early, tell someone about another community helper we learned about, the place they work, the tools they use, and how they are helpful.
The next piece of work we'll be looking at also connects to social studies and our spring writing unit, persuasive writing.
Ooh, I love persuasive writing, and I love our toolbox tools. For this activity, the kids chose the toolbox tool that they believe is the most helpful. After sharing their opinion about which tool is the most helpful, they gave some reasons to support their opinion.
Kids, please find your most helpful toolbox tool, persuasive writing, and read it to your family now.
We'll give you about 4 minutes to read and look at the drawings. Enjoy, and if you finish early, you can tell someone about another tool that we learned about and how it's helpful.
For the next piece of work, we combined math, science, and drawing.
Sounds like a sweet combo, Mr. Malloy. Is this where we get to start sharing about our tide pool animal learning?
Indeed it is, Spoony.
Awesome! I love learning about those tide pool animals. The hermit crabs and their shells, the sea anemones and their tentacles, the sea stars and their rays, and my personal favorite, those sculpin that leave the water to find little spiders and bugs to eat. They're all so beautiful and amazing.
Totally. And math is beautiful when we can use tools to show our learning and our thinking.
Oh, I love those math tools. Tools like 5 groups, a number sentence, a drawing. Wait, is there a number bond?
Oh my, Spoony, there is not. But kids, if you have extra time, you could either draw or talk about a number bond that matches your tide pool number story.
Cool idea, Mr. Malloy. You got this, kiddos. Show off your tide pool animal number stories to 10. You've got about 4 minutes.
For our last piece of work, we're going to stay in the tide pools.
That's right. Hey, Mr. Malloy, just like kindergartners, I love patterns.
Me too, Spoony.
And this is such a great pattern we learned about. The pattern that goes, I learned, I wonder. Remember, kids? Anytime we learn something new, let's remember that it's our job as learners to wonder about new information. Therefore, the pattern of I learned, I wonder means we ask questions about the things we learn.
Yep, and we learned some really cool facts about tide pool animals.
Then we wrote about what we learned and what we wonder about those facts. After that, the kids did gorgeous paintings of tide pools. Some of the facts we learned about are shown in their paintings.
Kids, take the next 4 minutes to read your I learned, I wonder to your family and explain what's happening in your paintings.
See you soon!